Hey everybody, welcome to another battle report from Lightem'up. I'm Donald. I'm here with a battle report between my forces with Skorne and my buddy Cygnar. I am getting back into Skorne full-fledged. I will probably be bringing Skorne to War Machine Weekend, which if any of you are not planning on going yet or haven't decided yet, it's in like a week and a half, so come on down to St. Louis. I'd love to meet you guys, love to see you guys, and if we can, get a couple games in. But today's list, I am bringing the mighty Mordikaar, the Void Seer. Pairing him, I'm not really 100% sure what I'm pairing him with, but I'm pairing him against, today, my buddy's Caine 2 list with his Cygnar. And the real reason I wanted to play into Caine 2 was Caine 2 likes to kill a lot of dudes, and my current incarnation of Mordikaar has a lot of dudes into it. So I wanted to see just how strong his game might be with the revive and the recursion and being able to bring people back. So, on to my list, you see I brought the Despoiler with the Cannoneer for some ranged attack value. I get the Brute in there for the shield guard, which can be extremely important. Obviously, he has a lot more grievous wounds than most people do, but normally people only have like one grievous wound shot, so that'll keep my Despoiler alive. And then the Cyclops Shaman in there, who I'm not really I put him in there mostly for like an upkeep removal, but I'm not 100% satisfied with him. Although he did some interesting things this game. I got the Willbreaker in there, which anyone who is astute will notice in my deployment. He is not in my deployment. That is because I messed up. So, Hakaar the Destroyer, mainly because I really like Hakaar and I wanted to have some sort of Ancestral Guardian in there to get the rest of those tasty souls. Might be bringing him down to a regular Ancestral Guardian. I'm not 100% sold on it right now. We'll see what happens. I got the Beast Handlers at the minimum. I got Keltarii maxed out, Nihilators maxed out, and then Karax minimum. I would prefer to go with a max unit of Karax, but I don't own a max unit of Karax, so for now it's a minimum unit of Karax. So, on to my buddy's list. I can't really tell you about his reasoning, but I can tell you about the list. He's got Reinholdt in there. Obviously, Captain Caine loves having Reinholdt for that extra shot. Ace goes fantastic with Caine. I'm not sure he's really worth points with anyone other than Caine, but with Caine he is fantastic. Normal Hunter in the list as well, and then a Defender for, I assume, some heavy barrel damage and a good melee presence heavy. He does bring in one Arcane Tempest Rifleman. I think he only has one, because honestly I think they work better in pairs. Taryn and Rovissi, Rovissi. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Taryn. She's got two awesome pistols. She's basically a gun mage as well. Bringing the Black 13th, which is nice to see them getting into a list. A full unit of Stormblades with the command attachment and 3 weapons attachments. That's why I say full unit. I know that they only come as a 6-man unit. Thank you. Maximum unit of Tempest Blazers, getting them in the game. I'm not really sure Tempest Blazers are worth their points, since 2 points more gives you the Storm Lances. But I do like the Tempest Blazers. I own them, and I play them quite effectively or often. And for now, we're just going to go into the game. We are playing the extraction scenario, as you saw earlier. So, I won the roll, chose to go first. My opponent took the side that gave me Rebel? Or did I choose? I'm not really sure who went. I went first, but anyway, I ended up on this side. I've got the forest down my left, small forest on my right that keeps the flag hidden. The other flag is completely submerged in water, so that's going to be interesting because I don't really have Pathfinder in this list except for my battle group with Host of Shadows. The Nihilators, Keltarii, and the Karax are all going to struggle to get into those areas. But I deployed relatively symmetrically. I've got a full unit of Nihilators on my left, the full unit of Keltarii on my right, the Karax behind the Keltarii, and then the Beast just around me with the Cyclops on my left and the Titans on my right. Plan here is to put the Hallowed spell up onto the Nihilators, and then that way I can get their souls if they don't tough. Being tough and undead is a huge buff in a lot of games, so that'd be nice. I did kind of mess up. I should have put Hakaar on the side with the Keltarii so that he could gain the Keltarii souls a lot easier. Instead, you'll see in my first turn I'm going to have to run him and eventually get him into positions that will allow him to get the Karax and Keltarii souls because he can't get the Nihilator souls. And then on to my deployment. My opponent's deployment was essentially he put the Tempest Blazers up there on the top. He's going to be flanking hard with those guys, with the Rifleman up there too. Rifleman's got that nice 24-inch threat with his gunshot, 18 inches with the deadly shot, so that'll prevent toughs. He's got the two hunters, Ace and a hunter, up on the hill on my right. The Stormblade's dead in the middle, and then the Black 13th covering his left flank, my right flank. Alright, so on to turn 1. I just basically run up as fast as I can, staying out of threat range of the Tempest Blazers, I believe, except for the snipes. I stayed out of their electro-loop range, because I don't need to be taking 10 dead Nihilators in the first turn. That'll just be bad. But, on the right, I got the Keltarii up there. I push them up as far as I can get. Basically, I'm not really concerned with the Black 13th. The Keltarii are going to be defense 15 against gunshots, so you would need 7s to hit them. I thought about popping my feet this turn to protect him against what little bit of gunshots he might be able to put into him, but I decided to hold it for one turn. I did cast Host of Shadows and put my caster right there in the middle of what we're calling rubble. So that'll be interesting. I've got a couple of the Karax, or one Karax and one Keltarii hiding out behind a wall there on the right. On to my opponent's turn. So my opponent flanks with his Cav, not as hard as he could have. I think he probably could have run a little further, but he flanked up there on my left. The Rifleman went up and tried to take a snipe shot at my Annihilator, and he missed, which was nice for me. On the right, you will see a couple of the Keltarii went bye-bye, and that is because the Black 13th managed to hit, and then I think Ace was able to take out 2 of them as well with his trick shot. I think only one of the Black 13th hit. And then that was about it. You'll see the proxy base laying down there in the front. That's where I'm planning on putting Mordikaar to see where his feet is going to be. So this is definitely going to be a feet turn for me. On to my turn 2. And I totally flopped and flubbed and forgot to put a picture in there. So, sorry about that. But back to the turn before that, I will tell you exactly what happened. I ran the Nihilators up and got 3 of them touching the flag and the rest of them all within 4 inches. A couple of them in front of the flag so that if he decided to send anybody in, they'd be able to take out the Stormblades that came into them. I did make sure to keep them all within 4 inches so that if he did not contest, I would be able to score. I got on the right, put the Keltarii. I put a bunch of them into the forest, a couple of them onto the flag, run a couple of them to engage the Ace, that is the one towing the hill, and I moved the Despoiler up a little bit into the middle of the board there. Did not run him his full distance because I don't need him getting charged by a defender and killed by the defender. And then I made sure the shield guard was within 3 inches of him so he could take a shot. I did move the Cannoneer up to take a gunshot. After the Despoiler moved up, Cannoneer was able to kill a Stormblade, which unfortunately, while it did create a Void Spirit, the Void Spirit then missed his attack roll on a 1/1/2, which was just really, really sad. So I don't have any Void Spirits on the list natively. I am only relying on Despoiler to get the Void Spirits in there, and the first one ended up being a dud because now he's corporeal, so he'll just get, smacked and dead. So on to, I did pop my feet this turn. Sorry, I did pop my feet, and I go ahead and give everyone that +3 defense bubble, which will make the Keltarii defense 18 against gunshots or defense 20 in the woods against gunshots if they're in the woods. So on to my opponent's turn. You'll see that there are no Keltarii left on the board. That is what Caine does. So Caine and Ace and Taryn, they were able to, and the Black 13th, all of them combined were able to Black Penny the Keltarii that I had run to engage Ace, since he doesn't have parry. They were also able to clear off that right flag to prevent me from scoring on that flag. He did not run anything to contest, close enough to contest the left flag, so that is good. I will score 1 control point on his turn with my Nihilators on the left flag. He put a couple of gunshots into the Despoiler, but not enough to knock anything out. And then the Despoiler also had his, I forgot to say, the Despoiler had his Animus up, so the Despoiler had his Arcane Suppression up to prevent Caine from doing any shenanigans with like charging and teleporting backwards, unless he went ahead and popped feet to remove him, which he probably could have popped feet to remove my Despoiler, but he did not. At least not that turn. So instead, we are on to my turn. You see the, I'm sorry, on his turn, you did see the Tempest Blazers run even further, so he just ran them another turn and got them. Now he's all the way into my back arc, which is scary. He is going to be threatening a lot of my support, including my Beast Handlers and the Shaman. But we'll see how that goes. So on to my turn 3. I ended up scoring on his turn, and unfortunately, looks like I was not smart enough to keep... Oh, okay, so yeah, what happened was, you see I did not keep anything on the flag, at the left flag. That is because I was planning on running either my Brute or my Shaman to base the flag with Host of Shadows up, and then I completely forgot about it, using them to do other things. So that was bad on my part. What I did do was, though, you see that one of the Tempest Blazers went bye-bye, and that was thanks to Ghost Shot from the Shaman. Being able to aim and ignoring the line of sight issues, he actually shot into his back arc, and with the Far Strike Animus from using the Far Strike Animus, since he has that ability to take other beasts' Animus, he Far Struck and shot and killed one of the Tempest Blazers, which was a good shot. The Cannoneer moved up and took a shot and killed another Stormblade, and or a couple of Stormblades actually, and was able to actually, I think he shot the Hunter, did a bunch of damage to the Hunter, and then the Stormblade was able to die from the blast damage, and that created another Void Spirit within 5 inches of Despoiler. That Void Spirit went and killed a couple of the Stormblades until he whiffed as well. So because he whiffed, I went ahead with my Annihilators and attempted to kill a bunch of stuff with the Annihilators. They were able to kill off a bunch of the Stormblades. I think there's only, looks like there's 5 or 6, there's about 6 of them left now. So they're down to about half strength. Despoiler moved up and, or finished off, I should say, finished off the Hunter, as it were. I ran a couple of the Karax to engage Ace again. I did do an Essence Blast to kill off 2 of the Black 13th off of one of the Karax, so that was fun. Managed to hit and kill both of the Black 13th with Mordikaar's Essence Blast. And then I based the flag on the right with my Cannoneer so that I will be at 2 control points. I should have been at 3 control points, so that was bad on my part. That'll be it for that turn. On to my opponent's turn. My opponent goes ahead, and you'll see that most of the stuff in my list is gone now. He was able to kill the Shaman off completely using brutal damage shots from the Tempest Blazers, and I think he was able to get another shot into it off something. He moved up with Caine, popped his feet, and was able to kill off the Despoiler, the Brute, and all but one of my Beast Handlers. The Cannoneer lived, he was okay, and then most of my Nihilators died, although that was not due to, that was due to me not being able to make tough rolls, so that happens. 2 of the Karax, looks like I have 2 Karax left. And then on my turn, I did forget to take a picture between this turn and the next turn, but you can see from this picture here, I've got the Nihilators. I was able to charge 1 Nihilator into where Caine is standing, right behind the Caine is standing right behind that objective there. So 1 Nihilator charged into Caine. Or sorry, first the Cannoneer was able to aim, shoot Caine. He missed, deviated off of him, and only ended up hitting the defender, which kind of sucked. Then I charged a Nihilator into Caine, which he missed the charge attack. Ended up charging a Karax into Caine. He ended up hitting, doing 8 points of damage, which was nice. Dice off 3, I believe, so about average. And then, since Caine was naked, I went ahead and I tried to do a couple Essence Blasts. So I Essence Blast the Nihilator, and I Essence Blast the Karax, and managed to miss both times. I had a lot of souls on me, because thanks to the Nihilators dying. And then I basically surrendered, because I was out of stuff. I didn't surrender, but I was down to my last 2 Fury and couldn't really do much with it. I completely forgot that Mordikaar has a gun, though. That little lantern hanging off his back, Ecthelion, is a gun that I definitely could have just cast Far Strike on myself or moved up, either one, and boosted the hit, boosted damage, and probably got Caine on that. But I forgot to do it. Caine did not have Bullet Dodger on himself, so he was only defense 17-ish. 16, whatever his defense is. But I don't give up. I made him go ahead and kill me himself, and that's what he did. So Caine just moved up, popped a couple shots into me, and was able to dig through my transfers. And the defender, I believe, the defender's gunshot is actually what finished me off. But it was a good game. I enjoyed the game. I thought it was my fault that I didn't win, because obviously it's my fault I didn't win, but it's my fault I didn't win because I forgot about Ecthelion's gun. The attrition was going pretty well for me. I think I probably didn't need to go for the assassination. The Tempest Blazers would have been a problem for me, but I think I probably could have gone for scenario more. I mean, if I had got that control point on the right flag, on the left flag, on my turn 3, that would have brought me to 3 control points, in which case all I needed to do this turn was destroy the objective and control the flag, and I would win. So bad move on my part, forgetting to control or leave something available to control that flag on the left when it was completely open for me. But it was a good game. My opponent was gracious. I think Mordikaar can definitely play into gun lines. +3 defense can be just sick. I'm still considering whether or not to keep all these infantry in the list, or to reduce it down a couple bit. Maybe go with just 1.5 units or 2 units instead of 2.5 units. That'll be able to get me another beast, at least, possibly another beast and a half. We'll see how that goes. I probably will throw a Void Spirit in the list to begin with, so that I don't have to rely on getting the spoiler up so quickly, so fast. He died pretty quick and was only able to really kill off that one hunter. But as for that, you guys will notice in the information below, I have linked my new Facebook page so that I can now talk to people offline or off my videos and actually get some feedback, see what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see, what do you want me to play. A little bit easier than just commenting on the videos itself. So I will be coming out with an actual video next week. I just didn't have time to get the video up this week. I am working full-time and going to school full-time, so a little bit busy. I got War Machine Weekend coming up next weekend, I believe, first weekend of November 2016. If you're going to be there, shoot me a message on my Facebook page. Let me know. I will try to get a game in with you or catch a beer with you or something. If you're going to be going to Warmashushi on Thursday night, I'll see y'all there too. And have a good one.